Hey guys, welcome back to Fixin' It, and today we're going to change the rack and pinion on this Toyota Camry. Okay, first thing you want to do is secure the steering wheel in the middle. I mean, it's in the middle here because I just drove in, but if you're not sure, just turn it all the way to one side and then count the number of turns. So this is 1, 2, 3, and that's lock, okay? So now what you got to do is just go 1.5 the other way and just lock it in place right there. I'm just gonna put a piece of tape on it like that. And I'm also gonna strap the seatbelt around the bottom there just in case, okay? Okay, now you know the steering wheel is secure. We got the car jacked up, we got the wheels off, we got it on jack stands. And now we're gonna take off this tie rod, okay? To do that, you need to remove this cotter pin and this nut, so let's do that. Okay, now you want to separate it from the spindle. You could whack it right here where the hammer usually comes out. If you're gonna replace these anyway, you could bang it down here or even get the tool to do it. Now take off the outer tie rod, but you're gonna count the number of turns. So 1, 2, 3, 12, 13. 13 turns, write that down so you don't forget. Next, we're gonna undo this bolt to unhook the sway bar link from the top here. If you have the original one, chances are you're gonna destroy it trying to get it off, so get yourself another pair just in case. They have, the original one has an Allen key you could put in here to hold this while you get this nut off. These are aftermarket, so they should come up pretty easy. Once you undo the other link, you could just swing the sway bar up and you could tie this up here. Now you have more room to get this out. All right, guys, we're on the passenger side. You want to take off this. This is a 12mm. And this came off a lot easier than I thought. Some guys have problems with this bracket twisting on them. But this one came up pretty easy, probably because all the gunk and power steering fluid and oil has been dripping on this thing. All right. Now you're able to move this bracket out of the way. All right, guys, I managed to get that loose with a crow's foot and an extension. You could probably get a stubby line wrench in there and get it, but now this is loose now. So make sure you put a pan underneath because it's going to drip some power steering fluid. All right, guys, there's a 12mm bolt on top of the rack. It holds a bracket that holds the lines in place, so take that off. Make sure you take off this bolt that holds the shaft. That's a 12mm. Next, we're gonna take off that nut right there. That's a 17. There's one on the other side too. And the bolt holding that is a 19. So 19 on that side, 17 on that side. Okay, so the passenger side nut came out pretty easy, but this one I couldn't get a socket on there. So I'm just using a wrench, and I'm gonna use, I'm using a double wrenches here for leverage, okay? All right, guys, see what's happening? That bolt doesn't come out all the way. It's almost out, I mean, but it's hitting the sway bar. So what I'm gonna do is gonna try to undo those bolts on top holding the sway bar and just move it enough just to get it out. Okay, this bolt is out. Let's get the other one. All right, I don't know if that's enough. I'm gonna try to lift up on the sway bar like that. See, now we should have some room. All right, guys, we got the bolt out. We had to do a little jiggling and moving around, but we got it out. Now we're able to remove the rack. We're gonna strain out this tie rod and the other side too. We're gonna pull it right from the driver's side out. All right, guys, so this is a new rack. That's the part number, okay? And make sure you need to transfer these jam nuts onto this. And also, you need to, these are the O-rings. So make sure the O-rings, you replace the O-rings on the lines, okay? This is a rebuilt rack. So make sure like none of these threads are boogered up. Take these off. And also check in here, make sure those threads are good, okay? Make sure none of these lines are kinked, okay, from shipping. And that's it. Now, this, you could tell that it's not centered because see how this one's compressed and this one's long. So they did that for shipping purposes. So what we need to do is attach, I don't know, take a pair of pliers or something and do the same thing we did with the steering wheel. We're gonna go rotation all the way, rotation the other way, and find out how many turns, and then go in the middle, okay? All right, guys, this was already locked to one side for shipping. So we're just gonna count the number of turns and then find the middle, okay? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, so 3. So same thing as the steering wheel. So we're gonna do 1.5, okay? All right, we got the rack in, we got the bolts and the nut. Those get torqued to 100 pounds, 100 foot-pounds. We got the bracket on top with the 12 millimeter, and we have the sway bar bushing 12 millimeter that you had to put in there. So we gotta just tighten everything up, and then we're gonna put the lines in. Okay, use a little pick or something like that to take off the old O-rings and then put the new ones in, okay? All right, guys, the lines are in, the shaft is in, put in the 12 millimeter there. And let's say we just gotta put the tie rods in. Put your sway bar link in. This is 36 foot-pounds. So tighten this up, put the cotter pin. All right, don't forget to tighten up this jam nut. We're gonna put the wheels on and fill it up with fluid. Then take it for alignment, okay? All right, guys, this calls for automatic transmission fluid, Dextron 2 or 3. And it also says it on the cap right there. So let's put that in. All right, guys, while the wheels are up in the air, add some fluid and then just come over here and put the key in to unlock the wheel, but just do a couple of turns to get the fluid through the system there. Then you'll see, you know, the fluid went down, so just keep adding. The fluid looks good. Now we're gonna put it on level ground, start it up, and turn the wheel a few times and then check the fluid again. Okay, we put the car back on the ground, started it up, turned the wheel a few times back and forth, and it needs a little more fluid. Remember that the hot line is over here, so in between this is hot. So right now it's not hot, so we're gonna drive it around first and then check it after that. All right, guys, don't forget to torque your wheels, check for leaks, and that's it. The local shop quoted me $1,500 to do this job. That's the rack, the pump, and an alignment. So I did it for $200 for the rack. I'll do the pump another day. That's $150 or so. And the alignment is going to cost $100. So for less than $500, I did it myself. They quoted me 6 hours worth of work, which is pretty much what it took me to do. And that's, you know, filming, laying on the floor, doing this, you know, just taking my time. So it could definitely be done in 4 hours. So I hope this video helped you out. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.